Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, broadcasting live from Lagos and Abuja. A reminder of our main stories. Kerosene subsidy deals cause division among lawmakers in the House of Representatives. President Goodluck Jonathan injects new blood into his 41-member cabinet, swears in 11 new ministers. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo attributes his contributions to nation building to divine intervention. And Russia and the United States discuss the crisis in the Ukraine before another round of talks with NATO. All our top stories can be found on our website, ChannelsTV.com, and on YouTube.com/ChannelsWeb. To get us on the move, visit mchannelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. And please interact with the channel's Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. If you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions to share your report, pictures, and videos. And now here are some videos and pictures sent in by our Eyewitness reporters. We start off in Lagos with this amateur video of two men whose vehicles collided at Berger roundabout in Lagos in the late hours of Tuesday. This led to a fight, and one attempted to stab the other with a knife. Also in Lagos is this picture showing members of staff of the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, NTDC, who were shut out of their office in the Alausa area of Lagos State. Our Eyewitness reporter gathered that the corporation was indebted and yet to pay up their rent. The NTDC is a federal government parastatal under the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. From Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, comes this picture. An electricity pole in Alayo Quarters, Ibafo, is supported with two planks to prevent it from falling completely. Residents living in this area are appealing to power distributors to do something about it. Thank you very much for sending in your pictures and videos. Please keep them coming in. Now let's go back to our story on the kerosene subsidy, where there have been more questions than answers in the status report of the subsidy supervised by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC.
It's a continuation of the investigation into issues surrounding the subsidy on kerosene. The Director General of the Budget Office appeared before the House Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream.
I wish to state from the very beginning that the Ministry of Finance does not provide subsidy for provision for subsidy payments for kerosene.
A confrontation, however, ensued between members of the committee over the line of questioning.
The second question is it true?
Sorry, Emma.
No, let him finish his question before we can raise any point of.
Sorry.
It's a question.
Sorry. See. In our rules book, under public hearing, there's no point of order. If you have a specific issue to raise, let him finish his own question. You can now raise. You have opportunity to ask questions. You can now raise your own issue.
No, listen, that we are keeping quiet doesn't mean we don't know what to say. You direct your questions in relation to what.
I think if I may suggest, we should not do these things a party line. We should not do a party line.
No, it's not. You are not going to do party line. Sorry.
Like that. You won't go anywhere with that. Direct your questions to the issues at hand. And don't ask you
We are here to protect
Gentlemen.
We are here to represent Nigeria. Whether you are PDP, you are APC, whatever party you belong to, we have the right to answer.
The attempt by the chairman of the committee to restore order led to another confrontation.
Please allow the man who is asking questions to ask his question, After he's done with his question, if
the ruling is biased, we will challenge it. That's the rule.
If we choose to pass decision within the committee, so be it. So be it.
Gentlemen,
this is not finance committee.
Gentlemen.
Order was eventually restored and the hearing continued till the end of the day. The committee says the hearing will continue into next week. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
13 people, including 7 women and a child, have been confirmed dead following an accident at Tashankofa village on the Kano-Zaria Road in Kano State, northwest Nigeria. The head of Operation Kano Command of the Federal Road Safety Commission, Mr. Kabir Nadabo, who confirmed the incident, said 17 persons were involved in the crash, 13 of whom died on the spot, while 4 were injured. Eyewitnesses told Channels Television that a bus ran into a stationary articulated truck around 6 a.m. today on the Kano-Zaria Road at Tashankofa. Well, now let's go over to our Abuja studio where Linda Akigbe is standing by. Hi, Linda.
Thank you, Bimbo, and welcome to the nation's capital. It was another day of honor for former President Olusegun Obasanjo as dignitaries from all walks of life joined him in celebrating his 77th birthday held at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library in Abeokuta, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. Some of the guests at the event include the governor of Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosu, the former governor of Ekiti State, Segun Oni, traditional rulers from the state, family members, political associates, and well-wishers, among other dignitaries.
The Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library in Abeokuta in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, was the venue for the 77th birthday celebration of Nigeria's former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. In this hall, dignitaries from all walks of life gathered to celebrate the day with the former president. The event begins with tributes, and the governor of Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosu, leads the way as he gives his assessment of the former president.
Baba is not just anybody. Baba is that iconic figure. Not just, and I'm saying this with all sense of humility, modesty, and what have you. Baba is one name that you will go to anywhere in the world you mention, people know.
A confidant of the celebrant, Carl Masters, speaks about the influence of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo outside the shores of Nigeria and how that helped in the release of the late former South African President Nelson Mandela from detention.
I wanted to make sure that we understand that President Mandela would tell you himself that he owes his coming out of prison to President Obasanjo.
After all the accolades, it's response time. And here's how the former president describes it all.
For all that he has done, for all that he is doing, and for all that I know he will continue to do in my life, to make me be a source of blessing to others, to make me be a participant in areas that are of relevance and importance in the life of this country.
The event also witnessed the presentation of a 284-page book on issues of women, youth, culture and development in Africa, as well as the award of prizes to winners in the school farm competition, which precedes the birthday celebration. The occasion ends with the cutting of the birthday cake, depicting the farming life of the former president.
99 and 100. Congratulations.
The governorship election in Osun State is about 5 months away, and the different parties are already preparing for the polls. The PDP is not left out as they have commenced the education of their members on voters' registration. The party leaders say their eyes are on retaking the leadership of the state, and that's why they have started mobilization early enough to enable them achieve their aims at the polls. One of the leaders in the party of the event is the former governor Olagunsoye Oyinola, who believes he is still the national secretary of the party, and only the Supreme Court can overrule the order of the Court of Appeal.
Osun State is already lit up ahead of the governorship election in August this year. This is the monthly meeting of the PDP in Osun Central Senatorial District. The state chairman of the party, some other party leaders, alongside a former governor of the state, Olagunsoye Oyinola, lead the crowd to what they say is a forum meant to educate their people on voters' registration and mobilize them the need to work for the party ahead of the governorship polls.
This is mobilization towards the election, the governorship election coming up on August 9. We are giving this mobilization to our people for them to get ready because PDP is coming back. Another reason for this meeting is to educate our people. One, for them to go into their units and polling units and their wards to go and collect their new registration card.
As the leaders take time to address the crowd, both the people on the sidelines and those who are dressed in uniform attire seated look enthusiastic and at intervals rise to sing in a show of support for the party. At the end of the meeting, journalists won't let the former governor Olagunsoye Oyinola go until he has answered questions relating to the issues surrounding his position in the PDP, especially the court case on the national secretary of the party.
The appeal court pronounced me as the duly elected secretary of People's Democratic Party, and nothing has changed that until a superior court of jurisdiction announced that judgment. I'm still the secretary. Muazu is one energetic colleague that I know has the capacity to turn things around for good for PDP.
The governorship election in Osun State is slated for August 9, 2014. With this preparation by some other parties, it is clear that the race will not be a walk in the park. Sheung Okimbaloye for Channels Television News.
Once again, industrial actions have grounded medical health activities in some government-owned hospitals, this time in Kaduna State. The state government-owned medical facilities have been shut down as a result of an indefinite strike action by the Joint Health Sector Union in the state to protest the government's inability to pay an agreed 30% consolidated health salary. And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Bimbo.
Thanks very much, Linda. Now, when the news at 10 returns, federal government channels $170 billion French loan to power infrastructure. That's on Business News, so do join us again.